Most people don't listen to the other person. They listen to speak as opposed to listening to actually receive and take in what the other person is saying. You got to be able to process that information prior to actually opening up your mouth so that you can respond in the way that you need to respond as opposed to reacting. All right, so look, check this out. Now, this is a big one. Communication is everything, right? Communication rules the nation. I say this a lot. I say this everywhere I go. And the question is, how can I the question is, how can I strengthen my communication skills in a relationship? That's a hell of a question. It's a great question because most people need to ask this question, but most importantly, most people need to listen to the answer, right? So, how can you strengthen your communication skills in a relationship? The first thing is listen. Close your mouth, open your ears. You have to listen, right? In most relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or friendship, however you want to look at it, most people don't listen to the other person. They listen to speak as opposed to listening to actually receive and take in what the other person is saying. You got to be able to process that information prior to actually opening up your mouth so that you can respond in the way that you need to respond as opposed to reacting. All right. So let's talk about a romantic relationship, a man and a female, right? I don't know if you ever heard this. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? What I mean by that is men and women are complete different creatures, right? So the way that men receive things, deliver and receive things is completely different than the way that women deliver and receive things. So again, you have to whether you're that man or whether you're that woman, you have to close your mouth and listen to what the other person is saying. And again, what I mean by closing your mouth, allow that person to speak, get the whole statement out, right? Because you can't cut a person off while they're trying to process what they're saying and deliver that message to you, because now that thought process is kind of all over the place. They're going to get rattled. The conversation go all over the place. And now you kind of stuck there holding the bag as the bad guy or as the bad girl, right? So close your mouth, open your ears, right? That's how you can actually strengthen your communication skills. Then secondly, you want to be able to process the information that's coming from your brain and out of your mouth. A lot of times we'll say something and then we'll regret it right after it come out of our mouth. Process think about what you say before you actually say it, right? Think about the other person's emotions, think about the other person's feelings, whether it's a man or a woman, right? We all got emotions. We all have feelings. We all feel a certain way, whether we admit it or not. We feel a certain way when certain things are delivered in a specific way that may or may not trigger us to think and feel a specific way that may pull back some trauma from our past. That's life. That's communication. So if we fully understand these things, especially when we talk about communication, whatever kind of relationship we're talking about, it'll strengthen that relationship. But let's get out of the strengthening of the relationship. Let's strengthen your communication skills, because I said it when I first started. Communication rule the nation. You'll get more flies with honey than you can with vinegar, right? So if you're trying to actually get somewhere in life, you have to improve your communication skills. Now, it's more than just closing your mouth. It's more than just closing your mouth and opening up your ears. There's a lot more to it than just that, right? But we're not gonna get into every single thing at this point. But for the most part, we have to learn to listen, right? Be quick to listen, slow to speak in any situation that you're in, and I promise you the outcome will be a whole lot better than you anticipated. All right? So this is me, Coty Motivation. Communication rules the nation.